I'm giving more detail to two aspects of this entire thing, and that is the importance and the purpose of a risk assessment. So the first part is the importance, and I think I've hit down that a little bit more, but I still want to, I gotta hammer this into you, is that we're going to identify which systems or assets we need to protect. Now, by the way, this is also identifying what assets may already be covered by insurance, by software that's built into it, by hardware that's built into it too. So I want to make sure that really, honestly, you're supposed to be doing some research in stuff that may already be protected and you don't know about it. This is part of the process of learning what our overall risks are. So if we have something that's already protected by insurance or by, like I talked about before, or any type of countermeasures or safeguards that's already there, then we just at least talk about it and then know that, hey, it's already been protected, that goes in low priority, we don't worry about it at all. Now, this also tells you which controls actually are the most value. Is it worth doing? And that's where, again, you get the assignment of the high risks that are worth being managed or the low risks that are, hey, they're taken care of already, let's move on. Basically, it's going to help us manage to quantify risks and identify and evaluate the effective controls for this. So that's why all the importance that we have here. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, the overall purpose is to support decision making. Now, to be honest with you, again, a company is not made of unlimited money, so they have to prioritize what is going to be the risk that it is going to manage and try to make sure it doesn't happen because it might affect the company in a bad way. Not all risks have to be reduced. Some risks can be shared, transferred, mitigated, and I talked about that with the insurance, with software controls. Maybe you outsource it. So these are different ways that are going to be able to help that decision makers say, hey, here's the problems. How do we deal with it? Okay, here's what decisions that we can make to at least minimize the risk. Let's put it that way. And again, I talked about evaluating control effectiveness. To reduce the risk, the assessment will determine how effective the specific control will be for the specific task or risk, really. So again, this is the purpose. This is going into research of what can we do, what's already there, what can we do afterwards, and how do we maintain it. These are all things that should be in part of the purpose and part of the risk assessment. Now, the last part is important, and I really talk about decision making. When we go through all of this and we create all this, this really draws a line in the sand on where the company needs to spend their resources on the particular risks that this company or organization is going to have. Again, they have limited funds, so they're going to watch their pennies that they're pinching, let's put it that way. So that's your importance and your overall purpose for a risk assessment.